are back. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. RadioFire.com, the Diamond K Show.com. So much to get into. The countdown is on for the final debate between President Trump and Joe Biden. Something told me that we would get here. We've been on a long road. This election cycle has been a long election cycle. And at the end of the day, it comes down to Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So that's going to happen 9 p.m. Later on in this broadcast, I will be joined by Philly recording group Aviance. It's going to join me second half of the show. We are just 43 minutes away from this second debate. Phone lines are open, 404-436-1277. Super important. What I have right here is a sample ballot. Okay? This is it. Sample ballot. This is what you need if you have not already voted, right? Sample ballot. So make sure that you find out what is on the ballot where you live so you can cast your vote and you know, you don't go into the voting booth and, you know, be confused. Like, what is this? What is this? Who is that? Like, you got time to look these things up. Sample ballot, like I said, wherever you are, you can find out what's on the ballot if you have not voted yet. So the debate is tonight, final face-off ahead of Election Day. The final face-off. This second debate between Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden is taking place in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is going to be that final opportunity for the two candidates to face off for the undecided few, because a lot of people pretty much know what they want to do, right? Pretty much know who they want to vote for. Some people, surprisingly, still sitting on the fence. And this is going to be an opportunity for those folk to, you know, I'm not really excited about, you know, Biden. I don't like Trump's tweets. You know, there's some people like that are kind of on that fence. Independents, maybe Republicans, maybe Democrats, maybe people that have never voted before. The event will be moderated by NBC News's Kristen Walker, and they will cover topics ranging from COVID-19 to national security. It's going to be held at the Belmont University in Nashville and will run approximately 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Do you think that Trump can keep his cool for 90 minutes? No. Second and final time that we're going to see these two. Now, these two guys, there's so much to talk about with them. The candidates will have 2 minutes of uninterrupted time to begin each segment per format change announced by the Commission on Presidential Debates. And oh yeah, Trump had a cow, right? He had such a problem. It's so unfair. They want me to be orderly and not talk when somebody else is talking. This is so unfair. Like the child that he is, right? You got to raise your hand before you talk. Oh, this is so unfair. When I'm home, mom doesn't make me raise my hand. I can just blurt out when people are talking. But in school, I got to raise my hand. Yes, the president. And as I said, this is the last time that these candidates are going to meet face-to-face before November. This square off, we're going to be streaming and watching along with you. RadioFire.com. Foreign policy could return to the spotlight. It's possible. I hope that foreign policy comes up. It is definitely important. It's definitely important. Trump and Biden have very, very different versions for the international role of America. I'd like to see both guys lay that out. What are your differences? Trump, what is your plan and idea of the role of America in the world? America first. Not really saying anything. That's probably what it's going to say. Biden does have a lot of experience in foreign policy. He does. Can he articulate that? Will he articulate that? Is it even going to come up? Or are we going to spend the whole time talking about their families and a whole bunch of your mama jokes and your son jokes? You know what I mean? I don't want it to be that. That's not what the country needs in the midst of a pandemic. It's not what we need is a whole bunch of them talking about China, bank accounts. Is that going to come up? Is Joe Biden going to push back on some of these things? I say yes. I say yes. But the fact of the matter is, politicians, a national politician that's been in the White House, it's very rare that they're not going to have any contact with China. Both guys have had contact with China. But you have to deal with China. So you do want somebody that knows something about it. It's funny how this whole thing has been twisted. Joe Biden, I don't want to say, I hate to say it, but he hopscotched his way through Iowa and New Hampshire last year. And he got here. I did not think he was going to get here. I didn't. I did not think that it would end up with Joe Biden challenging. I thought he was too old. I thought a lot of things. I said a lot of things about him last year, but here we are. The final presidential debate, 12 days away from the election. 40 million Americans have already voted early, 12 days away. Tonight's topics are going to range from fighting COVID-19, right? That's very important. Of course, Trump's going to try to dismiss it. Oh, yeah, we beat it. We beat the curve. You got to open up your cities, back up, all that. American families. And this really piggybacks off fighting COVID-19 because how American families are dealing with the aftershock of COVID-19, which is not over yet. Race in America. Now, some of these topics I've heard both candidates speak about. So you kind of have an idea of what they're going to say. Trump's going to say, oh, we love our country. There's no racism. Police department loves me. We must have law and order. I mean, you pretty much know what he's going to say. Climate change, another topic that's going to come up. You know what he's going to say. Clean the forest, rake the leaves. That's all you got to do. That's what he's going to say. He's going to try to pin the Green New Deal on Joe Biden. Joe Biden is going to tell you to go to his website. We're going to talk about national security. National security is something that is always in the forefront, especially with the recent revelations of another Trump puppet, which is DNI Ratcliffe. We'll get to him in a second. The final of the 6 topics is leadership. And of course, Trump's going to say, oh, I've been the best leader, the greatest leader ever since George Washington. He's going to say that. He's going to do that whole thing, right? But how is Joe Biden going to respond to some of these questions? The debate divided into these 6 segments, 15 minutes long each. The moderator selected these topics. Trump has been attacking the moderator, but I think that she's going to remain professional. He has an issue with women in authority. That's why he walked off the interview earlier in the week with Leslie Stahl, because he doesn't want a woman in charge, right? That's why he's been combative with female reporters and the such, because he has a problem with women in some type of authority. Both Trump and Biden have tested negative for COVID-19 hours before this debate, so that's a good thing. The Commission on the Presidential Debates has removed the plexiglass barriers that would have gone between Trump and Biden, saying that it consulted with Dr. Fauci and that Trump tested negative today. Now, of course, he didn't test negative during the first debate, but he's tested negative today, and they have removed the plexiglass from the stage. Candidates will have their microphones muted for portions of the final debate, and that, I think, is good. So each candidate, per the commission, will be given 2 minutes of uninterrupted time at the beginning of each of the 15-minute segments, followed by a period of open discussion. So with these new rules, they're just trying to have some organization and more control after that first chaotic debate. It's nothing more frustrating than watch 2 senior citizens having an argument. My Lord. But I'm excited to see what happens. To see both of these guys under pressure. And there's going to be pressure here. There's going to be pressure here. But there's some key issues that we need to watch and look for. This was supposed to be the third debate. Second debate was supposed to be in Miami, but that got canceled because of the disagreement between Trump's campaign and the commission over whether it should be virtual or not in the aftermath of him having coronavirus, right? So now we have the stage set. 3 things that we need to look out for. The style. What is the style that these guys are going to take? There's been so much focus on this debate that was filled with people talking over the president, constantly interrupting Joe Biden. So what they decided to do was create this system for the 2 microphones. And it's something that you would see in a high school debate, actually. But the coronavirus pandemic, I think, is a key issue. And you really want to pay attention to what the candidates' responses are for this pandemic, which is not over. Anthony Fauci has been brought up a lot, and he's become somewhat of a political football. First, he's criticized and he's loved by the president and criticized, but he's very popular with the public. He's someone that they trust. And another thing I want to pay attention for is how many times Hunter Biden is brought up by the president. The more the president talks about Hunter Biden, the more things can get out of control. It's Biden's son. And it's one of the main things that Trump likes to talk about. So I think that between the pandemic and Hunter Biden, we have the recipe for things to get out of control, like WWE Royal Rumble style. The constant mentioning of Hunter Biden could send Joe Biden, in a rage over the deep end, make him lose his cool. And not being able to talk about Hunter Biden could send the president in some type of a tizzy. So I am looking to see all of those things, and that is starting at 9 p.m. tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our guests, and I'm ready to get in to talking to these ladies. Let's do this. Let's go to their latest single, and I'm going to come back with our special guest tonight here on the Diamond K Show, Radio on Fire. Stay tuned.
To me, and boy, you know it's true. Boy, I'm hoping you the one to hear my line, cause I just wanna talk about what's on your mind.
Can't concentrate, cause all I do is sit in my room and think about you. I knew from the very start that you were still my heart. You're my baby. But I only want you in my life. I got standards, you take them higher, and all of my feelings you set on fire. To tell the truth, all I do is sit in my room and think about you.
I know what we have is true, I know you feel it too. I'll hold you down, it's the love and I felt. Know that I got you.
You're driving me crazy.
My baby, I ain't settling for maybe. I know we in 2000s, but I love for like the 80s. You treat me like a foreign, the way that you drive me crazy. Ain't nothing about you boring, baby girl, you far from basic. I'm trying to put you in the limelight. Your last man never did value your time right. Every day with you special for like prom night. You, me, and Hennessy, now that's a bomb night. I'm just trying to stop you hurting. I can put you in some Birkin, I can put you in some Louis. Trying to make sure that you Gucci. I know we watching Netflix, turn it off, let's make a movie. Don't you listen to the rumors, they gon' do me how they do me.
My baby, baby, you're driving me crazy. Can't settle for maybe, maybe. My baby, baby, you're driving me crazy. Can't settle for maybe.
11:22. Can you be my baby? I ain't settling for baby. Go. Yes, sir.
We are back. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. That was Baby by Aviance, and I have the ladies on the line right now. How are y'all doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I am good. I am good. So that was the new single, correct?
Yes. Yep. Baby.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that. How did this song come about?
So we're in the process of making our third studio album. So we actually collaborated with a bunch of producers. in particular, we collaborated with Jazz. He's actually from LA. So once he started playing all of his beats, we actually told him that we wanted to do something original. And he actually sat down, made the beat in front of our faces right then and there. He came up with the hook, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, shout out to 1122 Studios. We shut it down over there. So
Yeah. I like the song, and I like the vibe. I've always liked your sound, and y'all are very, if I could use the word, I want to say sassy. Like it's like you got a certain swag to it, and I really like that. It's something that is missing right now in the music scene. Where are you ladies at right now?
we're in Philly right now.
You're in Philly, you're at home. Okay.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, how did the group come about?
Don, you always tell the story. Listen.
So our manager just put us together. That's
Yep.
Yeah, we
And
came from parts of the city, and he just was like, "Hey, you fit, work together." So that's how that literally worked.
and it works. And it works. So when is the album coming out?
We are currently working on our third album, and because of how everything turned out this year with COVID, and it pushed back a lot of things, but we're still writing, we're still producing, and we're still collaborating with people. So expect it to come out very, very soon.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that if it wasn't for the pandemic, it would probably already have been
it would have been
It's done.
done.
How has it been with the pandemic going on? Obviously shows, you're not doing shows as much. Have you girls started really performing like that?
We recently had this awesome performance virtually. We've been doing a lot of virtual entertainment. No pun intended for I'm going to say that. But we've been doing a lot of virtual shows and things like that. So that was awesome. Recently in July, we did virtual entertainment, and it was a platform online where people from across the globe were performing live. So it was really awesome. It was a live performance. People, were loving it, were showing love. It got a lot of, viewers, great feedback. And we're actually doing another one this year. Yeah, next month in November. So it definitely it pushed some things back in terms of us being able to perform and record in studios and things like that, but it rendered different opportunities for us to connect with people across the world. So, with some good and bad, but I think it's mostly good, because we also got moments where we can sit back and write music and come up with new material and content. So it all worked out.
Yep.
Absolutely. People can go to the website and see you ladies looking very nice, looking like the bad girls.
They're saucy.
How active have y'all been able to be on social media?
All day, every day.
There's no excuse now.
And to be more interactive with our followers. So it definitely rendered that, because a lot of people are sitting on their phones now. More people are just that's all they have is the internet.
Right. And I definitely can attest to the change of things with this pandemic, because I'm used to speaking with people in the studio, and of course we've had to change that. But like you said, it's been good and it's been bad. But I think ultimately it's been good, and it's definitely allowed for people to reach further than they normally would, as far as potential fans and all of that kind of stuff. So we are going to be streaming the debate. Have you ladies voted? Are you going to vote? Are you not interested? What are y'all thoughts on the election?
First, of course, we're voting.
Of course,
Okay, good.
Our duty.
Okay.
It is our obligation.
It's our duty.
Yeah. Man, some things have to change, and we were just talking about it earlier. In order for things to change, you got to be a part of that change if you really want to see it happen. So is no excuse. Mail-in voting, I pray and hope to God that those things really make it to their destination.
I know mine's gonna make it there.
But it's really something that's very, very important, and especially the youth, man. So we're setting an example so that they can follow suit. We just have to vote. It's too many people that lost too much just for us to have this opportunity. And whether have a split decision or you don't know which way to go, it's like you got to make some decision. You have to make some choice at the end of the day.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
So why not vote?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's free. We love stuff that's free.
Right. That's a good point. That's a good point. Free 99. Another good thing that came out of the pandemic to me was Versus. And what did you ladies, have y'all watched any Versus? Do you enjoy the format? And if so, did you have any standout matchups?
I didn't get the chance to watch all of the Verses. I see most of them though, but the one that stood out to me, of course, I feel like everybody would kind of know this, is Brandy and Monica. Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
You're surprised? Really?
No, I'm joking. No. No, that does not surprise me. Obviously, both ladies influences for y'all. Is that
but don't sleep on Patty and Gladys.
Okay.
Don't sleep on them because they was getting
good. That was good. I thought the lady shut it down.
Change the shoes now. Come on.
So she wasn't doing too much.
Listen, she's so Philly. She's Philly. Period. So it ain't nothing too much when it comes to that lady. You gotta let her be.
That was funny.
That was real chill.
One to me because they just so cute. Like they're just so cute.
Grown men.
Grown men.
I'm sure they don't want that one. They so cute.
Representatives.
Yeah. What about Erykah Badu and Jill Scott? Did y'all get a chance to check that one out?
That's like
that was a hidden gem. That definitely was a hidden gem for sure.
It was vibey.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what do y'all listen to? What's in y'all playlist? What's on y'all phones? What y'all listening to?
We listen. What we listening to now?
Listen to, you know what? We're so versatile. We're so versatile. Like we will come out of nowhere and listen to some Faith Evans, turn around, listen to Summer Walker, just turn around, listen to some Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like our playlist is very eccentric.
Yeah, but we love the 90s though, because that's like real music and R&B. That's where it stems from. So you got the Drew Hills, the SWPs, you know,
Total, Jodeci, Zane, you know, throw some more out there.
So it's like it's like awesome. Like we're versatile. We just listen to everything.
Yeah, that's good, and I think that it comes out in your music, in the selection of your track selection and all that kind of stuff. So we have the albums coming up. You're pushing the songs. What else does 2021 have in store?
Stay tuned.
It has a lot. We have a lot going on in terms of just working on the third album. I think 2020 really rendered the opportunity for us to collaborate with a lot of dope people that too have stepped outside their comfort zones, and here we are, we're meeting, and we just like, oh my gosh, I never knew you existed. I never knew you existed. Well, now we have the opportunity to work with people. Next month we're going to New Orleans to work with a few producers that really like our music and our content. So we're taking advantage of just collaborations right now. We've traveled the globe. We've done hundreds of shows in and out of our country. We've been on TV. We did the radio shows. We've been in magazines. You know, we've won awards. So like right now, it's just about networking and getting with different people so we can create fresh and new sounds for our audience.
Yeah, and like you said, you've definitely been places that a lot of artists have not been at this like short time in your careers, and so it's only going to get better from here. How can people stay in touch with you ladies on social media?
You guys can follow us at it's Aviance, so that's ITSAVIANCE underscore at it's Aviance underscore. That's for Instagram. Anywhere else you can find us under Aviance Music with a Q, so that's AVIANCE MUSIQ, and that's for everything. And our website www.itsaviance.com. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it lit.
Yeah, it's very, very simple. Do you have a favorite social media platform or no?
We love Instagram and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. We really love Facebook a lot because it's like it reaches more people. We have like a great fan base over there. We also have great fan base in Instagram. But you know what? Instagram is just like little short, little snippy stuff. You just got to be cute and quick. But on Facebook, we can spend more time with everyone, and you know, it's awesome over there. So either one.
Just check us out everywhere. Check us out. Keep in touch with that baby video. Keep the views going out there.
Absolutely. I really like it as a good feeling song. We're gonna play it again before we get out of here. I really appreciate you ladies taking time to talk with me. Do you have the last word? Anything you want to say before we go?
Get out and vote.
Yes, please.
It starts here. It starts with you. Get it popping.
It's our duty.
Can't get any better than that. So again, it is great seeing you ladies. Why don't you go ahead and intro this video we're getting ready to play?
It's your girl Aviance, and you are about to view our new single,
Baby. Yes. Featuring Young Flavors. Fight. Let's go.
To me, and boy, you know it's true. Boy, I'm hoping you the one to hear my line, cause I just wanna talk about what's on your mind.
Can't concentrate, cause all I do is sit in my room and think about you. I knew from the very start that you were still my heart. And my baby. But I only want you in my life. I got standards, you take them higher. And all of my feelings you set on fire. To tell the truth, all I do is sit in my room and think about you.
I know what we have is true. I know you feel it too. I'll hold you down. It's the loving I felt. Know that I got you.
You're driving me crazy.
My baby, I ain't settling for maybe. I know we in 2000s, but I love feel like the 80s. You treat me like a foreign, the way that you drive me crazy. Ain't nothing about you boring, baby girl, you far from basic. I'm trying to put you in the limelight. Your last man never did value your time right. Every day with you special for like prom night. You, me, and history, now that's a bomb night. I'm just trying to stop you hurting. I can put you in some Birkin, I can put you in some Louis. Trying to make sure that you Gucci. I know we watching Netflix, turn it off, let's make a movie. Don't you listen to the rumors, they gon' do me how they do me.
My baby, you're driving me crazy. Can't settle for maybe. My baby, you're driving me crazy. Can't settle for maybe.
11:22. Can you be my baby? I ain't settling for maybe. I already know she like them niggas with the ice and chain.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm about to go get the number.
Alright, let me know where that go.